Hi, this is Doug.
And I'm Cindy.
Welcome to Help Me Help Mama livecast. Thanks for joining in today. Today we're going to be talking about stability in a declining parent's life and yours if you're the primary caregiver. And when I say primary caregiver, you may live across the street from mom and, going over to help her every day, or you may live 2,000 miles away and are just primarily a care manager. But either way, it can be really stressful, right?
Absolutely.
And so this is talking about a little bit of stability in their lives, stability in your life, things you can do to maybe improve the quality of both your lives. So what do we need to talk about in this context?
Well, we've just gotten through the holidays, and if you have spent any time with your loved one, more time than you usually spend, then you may have noticed that they may have some challenges handling some of the activities that they do every day, the activities of daily living, or the instrumental activities of daily living. And these are just things that you and I have been doing since we were teenagers and have been able to do to take care of ourselves through our whole lives. Imagine, you can get in the car, you can drive to the grocery store. You can buy the groceries that you need to take home. You can prepare the meals, and you can have nutritious meals. Can your mom do that? Communication has changed a lot. My mom would never learn how to use a cell phone, and she was on the road a lot, so we always wanted her to have a cell phone. Can your mom or dad work the technology that they have now so that you can communicate with them? Zoom, FaceTime. What's the best way, do you think, to communicate with an aging parent, especially if you're long distance now?
There's a lot of tools available now. You mentioned some of them, like the, Apple phones have FaceTime, and other phones have other communication protocols built in or made available. Zoom, we use Zoom a lot in the office, but it's not easy. And I could see if you're 80 years old or 90 years old and never used that before. Now, we have some 80-year-olds coming to the office that are pretty good with all of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not. Not good with technology.
Some of them use technology on a daily basis and are very good with it. So that's something that 10 years ago we just didn't see, and it's beginning to be more and more prevalent that older people know how to do all of this stuff.
Absolutely.
But tech is one thing, and it's one thing to keep people connected, and one thing to decrease the stress and improve the maybe emotional stability, particularly in cases where you're one of the adult kids who lives remotely. You may get home a time or two per year, and the only way you've got to check in on mom and dad is by a phone call. It's like, here's phone communication, here's Zoom, and here's in person, and Zoom or FaceTime is not as good as in person. There's no substitute for being able to give them a hug or, be next to them or talk to them in person. But, to be able to see them face to face is definitely better than just on the phone. And so it's a step up.
And that's just a part of it. So if you have concerns, you need to start with an assessment. Assess what their abilities are, the activities of daily living, the instrumental activities of daily living, and look and see where they may need some care, assistance, or supervision. And then you think about, okay, who's going to provide that? If you're 2,000 miles away, do you have a sibling that's local that they could provide this? You need to have a family meeting and discuss, okay, we're looking at mom and she needs help managing her medications. She needs help getting to the doctor and understanding what the doctor is saying that is going to affect her long-term health. So have a family meeting and talk about creating a plan to go forward. Who is going to provide this care, assistance, or supervision that mom needs? How much is it going to cost? Mom may not want to share her financial information with you. If she's taken care of it her whole life, is she going to let you see it?
No, and that's, if you're on our YouTube page and are looking at this, that's on another playlist where we talk about money issues. And One of them is, does mom even want your help? And a lot of times the answer to that's no, which in and of itself can relate to stress, more stress, and stress on the part of mom that, maybe you're asking, and stress on your part to think, mom's declining, and if I don't even know what she's got or where it's at, or, that I'm authorized to use it on her behalf, if she gets worse, we've got a problem. So that's another stressor.
Absolutely. So let's recap. If you've noticed that your loved one is declining and you think that they may need some kind of help, first of all, start with the assessment.
Right.
Then you talk amongst the family members, siblings, extended family, maybe adult grandchildren, somebody that can help. Sit down and have a family meeting. What's the focus of the family meeting?
To get the best going forward plan for mom, and to, a lot of times it happens so fast, and a lot of times the kids are just more or less flying by the seat of their pants. Something happened, caught them off guard. They don't know what to do. They didn't have a plan in place. So it's important to have a plan in place up front. And that in and of itself can increase the stability in the family unit, stability for you and stability for your mom or dad. So that's really one big thing to do, to get all of that in place before something bad happens. And if you're in a situation, you're watching this and you say, well, it's too late for me because something bad has already happened. We're just trying to piece it together best you can. And, a lot of times people find themselves in situations like that. And if that's the case, you can still have a mom-centered family meeting with your siblings where, mom's a topic of conversation. And the goal is just to come up with the best going plan possible for your mom.
And that will help stabilize the situation for your mom. And you know what? It will stabilize your situation because you will be prepared for what is coming next. You're going to know who's going to be able to handle it. And having that knowledge is going to provide stability in your life. So thanks for joining us today.
There's several good videos on this YouTube channel. You can watch any of them on this particular playlist. There's others about stability. And we've also got a free daily newsletter that goes out. If you don't currently subscribe, it's free. You can go to help.mom, not .com, it's .mom as an M-O-M, help.mom/CC. So go to that site, subscribe to the newsletter, and you'll receive some tips that will help you every day. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.
And thank you for being a caregiver for your loved one. You're making a huge difference in their life.